My name is Nevaeh, and you're watching Girls Inc. Talk to Grow.
She says I'm walking in a straight line. That's not really her style. And they all got the same heartbeat, but hers is falling behind. Nothing in this world could ever bring them down. Yeah, they're invincible, and she's just in the background. And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. He says I'm talking with a big smile, but they haven't got a clue. Yeah, they're living the good life, can't see what he is going through. They're driving fast cars, but they don't know where they're going. In the fast lane, living life without knowing. And he says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to get it. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. And they said, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to get it. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids.
Hi, my name is Heather, and I am a programmer at Girls Inc. of Northern Alberta, and I took the lead on this Talk to Grow project. So the purpose of Talk to Grow was to build relationships between our young girls and the women of inspiration. Women of inspiration are women who have a positive impact in our community. They're from all different types of fields of work, whether that be science and technology, politics, education, things like that. So they're women who inspire not only other women, but who can inspire young girls to be strong, smart, and bold. So we really wanted to build a relationship between these women and girls in our programs. Basically, we came up with the concept of having the girls interview these women and to film it, but we really wanted the girls to take the lead on this project and come up with their own ideas. So that's what we did. So we knew going in that not every girl would want to be in front of the camera, and that was certainly the case. We had girls that were really interested in photography who wanted to work with the cameras. Then we had the girls who wanted to take more of a leadership role and wanted to mentor the younger girls, let's say. Because a lot of our young girls actually wanted to do the interviews, and the older girls wanted to be behind the scenes. So it kind of worked out where the older girls in the group were more mentors to the younger girls. So it was just an overall really great experience. And everyone got to participate in some way.
My teacher could see that I loved it, so she started giving me side projects. I made a tornado drill video, kind of a random video, but I got asked to do some videos for the school and stuff, and it just kept going from there. So after that, I did my college in London, Ontario, so we're both from Ontario as well. And I did 2 years of broadcast television, so I wanted to learn everything about TV. I didn't want to I wanted initially to be in front of the camera, but I wanted to learn how the camera works, how TV and how everything works, satellites, everything, so I would know everything going in, because you don't want to, some people do, but I didn't want to be one of those people, you know, if the camera broke down, I would just be sitting there having no idea. So what I did is I took 2 years of learning everything behind the scenes, and then I took a post-grad, which was me just in front of the camera. So I got to learn everything. So my schooling was 3 years altogether.
I still do. Trust me.
Yeah, we got to interview some really cool celebrities, and you know, there's certain interviews where maybe you feel a little more nervous because it's somebody iconic to you. So in that situation, you just have to really break yourself down and say, you know what, this person's human also. So they're having fun with it, you have fun with it. If you just talk to them on a personal level and you make them feel comfortable, you will start to feel comfortable. But I expect some nerves sometimes. I mean, you just have to pretend like you're talking to your friend, that this isn't, you know, you're not going live or anything like that. So while you're looking at the camera, you just pretend you're talking to a friend. And how would you talk to a friend? You wouldn't be nervous. You'd just be saying, you know, everything's normal, you're feeling good. I feel nervous in front of the camera. That's what I think anyways. But I mean, there are days where I still get nervous.
There's a lot of days where we take a lot of takes because we get the words out, right? We're human, we make mistakes, right? So don't worry about making mistakes.
Oh yeah, we definitely trip over our words, and we have to say, and take 2, and then we redo it. And take 3. There's been many takes sometimes. Take 9. Ooh. And when you get to take 9, that's where you're like, okay, I got this. Let's get this done.
Like, what do you think is like good about Girls Inc. for girls?
That it inspires girls to be strong, smart, and bold.
Hey, thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Alyssa, and this is the Talk to Grow set.
Hi, my name is Deja.
And my name's Sivanshi. And we are part of the Girls Inc. Talk to Grow set production. So we made these mugs, especially for the Talk to Grow set. So on the front it says Girls Inc. with a little bit with red because those are our main colors. And then we have some flowers. On the back, or on the other side, we have Talk to Grow with some trees and birds, because trees, you know, they grow up and be really helpful, and so we can take care of them.
My mug has Girls Inc. Talk to Grow, Girls Inc. And bubble letters. I outlined it in black so that it will show up more. And on right here, it says GITTG, which stands for Girls Inc. Talk to Grow. And on this side, we have a tree, and on the bottom it says Talk to Grow. I wanted to do that because the tree is something that grows and it helps the environment, so can us girls.
Welcome back to Behind the Scenes of the set production. So, there's 7 of us that work in the set production. We came up with this idea to make it like the Ellen Show and a game show and an interview come together. So we had about 20 more ideas.
Yeah.
So then after we decided to go with the red and white theme and a show theme.
And we decided to put the computer there with all the questions on it so they can have a little help with the questions. And we also decided that we should put cushions on the chairs so we can look
Taller.
Yeah.
and more sophisticated.
So about the computer, we kind of had it as like a little prop as well as help for the girls. We have our logo up here, Girls Inc.
That we painted.
that we painted. Took a while.
Talk to
And
Girl.
we have Talk to Girl here.
And these are the t-shirts our leader Heather made. Thanks for watching.
My job in today's role was interviewing Leanne and Patty.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. My role in this project was a director/producer. I was kind of just organizing stuff like when to say cut and action. I was an interviewer and I interviewed Leanne. She talked about kids sport. And we had a lot of fun together doing a conversation. My role in this project was a director.
So what does a director do?
A director practically says when to start your things, cut, action. It leads your interview and all that, and it just practically is like a helper of the interviewer. I don't feel like I'm nervous, but it's just that my whole body is just it feels like my heart just pumping fast. That's just what happens, but I'm still smiling.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you were nervous at all.
I was actually really nervous because, if you messed up, maybe, but I was really embarrassed every time I would mess up, so yeah, I was really nervous. And I felt really scared and stuff, so.
Yeah, I learned that you don't really need to be shy on camera. It's just like talking to one of your friends. Like to pretend the camera is your friend. Because I want to be a photographer and I want to be in the video when I grow up, so that kind of helps me. Just if you're ever nervous, to calm your nerves and just to have fun. She taught me how to just be confident and smile while the conversation's going on, and keep smiling and just talk back. So then it's more like the conversation that's better instead of just asking her a question, she answers it, and then we go on to the next question. So that we should just talk back and forth. Camera works and how to get people in the shot and just how you should ask people how to ask questions.
Shot TV came in and we they showed us all about their how their cameras work, how they take interviews, who they took interviews with. They told us their story, and I found it really interesting of how their cameras and everything work. I learned a lot of things, but one thing that I really liked was when Jordan explained how to feel more comfortable in front of a camera and not be all nervous and stuff.
From Shot TV, I learned how not to be really, not to be a camera afraid or something, or be shy. So just have confidence and everything. What did you study in school, Robin?
In school, first I majored in global studies. I did a 4-year degree in global studies, and then after that I went to a different school, and I went to school to be a teacher, so some people call it Teachers College, and I got a Bachelor of Education there.
What made you decide to work at Girls Inc?
I I like the idea of it being a non-profit organization and that we could go into the community and help out different members of the community. I also like the idea of just working with all girls because I had gone to teachers college, so I was used to working in a classroom environment with both boys and girls. So I thought it would be a cool experience to work in a girls-only environment. And when I was looking at the organization, I also really liked the mission of Girls Inc. Do you know what the mission is?
To inspire girls to be strong, smart, and bold.
Good, yeah, exactly. So I really liked the idea of that, and so I wanted to be a part of that.
Can you explain what you do at Girls Inc?
Going to schools and meet with girls. So one of our programs is called Friendly Persuasion, and we teach girls about not giving into peer pressure to use substances. We have another program that's called Media Smarts, and in that program girls learn all about the media, how women are portrayed in the media, and then how young girls and women are affected by that. We also have an anti-bullying program that we do in different schools here.
Tape 2 and action. Name a couple of careers that would inspire girls to be strong, smart, and bold.
That's a tough question because I think that women can show that they're strong, smart, and bold in many different jobs. But it's neat to see women who are in careers like if they're professional athletes because that can show how strong they are. Or if a woman is, a doctor or like a surgeon or something, that can show how smart she is. Or if a woman, remember how the police came in and we also saw some female firefighters? It's cool to see women in jobs where they have to be bold and brave. So careers like that show that women are strong, smart, and bold.
Hi, my name is Denise.
And my name is Ashleisha.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
For sure. So my name is Ashleisha and I'm 18 years old. I am a student at the University of Alberta. I have been a resident of Fort McMurray for 7 years. Do you know what you want to be when you're older?
Well, I love to help cook around the kitchen and stuff, so when I'm older I would like to be a professional cook and maybe go on one of those cook shows.
That's awesome.
What career would inspire a girl to be strong, smart, and bold?
I think any career where girls are going above and beyond the expectations of the job and breaking new ground, I think that's really cool. Now we have like police officers that are women and firefighters, so just any career, like no career is high or low, but any career where the girl or the women are going to great lengths to achieve, like exceed in that field, I think that is what inspires girls to be strong.
And, well, which I think was not fair like a while ago, how women weren't allowed to do some careers, which wasn't really fair, and that men weren't allowed to do all, because that's not fair.
That's true, but now we have women in like all different fields, which is so good.
And there's no rules that women can't do a certain career. They can even do hockey because they might not be in the NHL, but
That's true.
yeah, they still can be famous for it. Welcome back to Girls Inc. Talk to Girls. Today I'm here with Leanne, and my name is Leanne. So, how are you today, Leanne?
I am.
Are you ready to get an interview?
I am. Looking forward to it.
So, can you tell us a little about yourself?
My name's Leanne Hickey. I'm working with Kids Sport with Buffalo. And I've lived in Fort McMurray since 1976. I've been here for 38 years. And I've walked as a community girl. I have married with 2 children that have gone through, were born and raised in Fort McMurray and in university now. I now work for the sport.
That's good. Can you tell us a little bit about Kids Sport and what it is?
Kids Sport with Buffalo is a nonprofit organization that supports families that need financial support to be able to participate. So we don't believe that any child should be on the sidelines. So if a family needs the financial barrier taken away, then we're there to support them.
Well, that's all the time we have right now, so bye.
That's good.
So,
to Grow. My name is Kazi, and we're back with the $100,000 that you've raised. How many children have you helped by that?
We've been able to support up to 200 kids so far.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. We sponsor up to $600 per athlete per year. So let's say you wanted to do gymnastics, and gymnastics costs $250. But then you wanted to play soccer, and it costs $250. We could support both of those sports that same year because it didn't reach the maximum of $600. So it gives the kids the opportunity to try a variety of sports. That's what we want them to do. We want them to go out and explore what they can do, what they like, and then take advantage of what they love.
That's nice. And that's actually very hard to raise all that money just for those kids.
It is. That's definitely a lot of hard work, but it's all worth it because I see the kids not sitting on the sidelines, and that's what I want to make sure.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn. I'd like to welcome Mayor Melissa Blake to our Girls Inc. Talk to Grow set. We are very happy she's here to answer a few of our questions. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I sure can. I grew up here. I went to Greeley Road School. I went to Conoco High School. And then I graduated out of Piano College and even Athabasca University with a degree. So growing up was all about what I had available here in Fort McMurray. But after you grow up, life changes. After you grow up, you start thinking about what careers you could get involved in, what your family might be when you get to that point. And so what happened with me is I went to school. I got a Bachelor of Administration degree, which is a nice business degree, and I found that it got me a job with Syncrude, where I was able to work in human resources and materials and services and community relations, but it just wasn't quite enough for me. So I started thinking about what else could I do to serve my community. So I ran for council in 1998, and I have been elected every election since, a few times as mayor, a few times as council. And in my home, things changed too. I have two little boys. One is 10 years old and one is 5 years old, and I have the greatest husband in the world. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Do you think you inspire other girls to be in careers that are involved with mostly men?
I sure hope that I do. And a part of that is when you have a job like mine, a lot of people get to know who you are and see what you're doing. So I always want to make sure that when I get an invitation to come to something like the Girls Inc. events, or if I'm invited to school, grade 6 classes study government, I make sure that I'm always there to encourage them to think about their futures as being wide open and people being capable of doing absolutely anything, whether they're boys or girls, or whether they are people who are physically strong or people in wheelchairs. It doesn't matter. Anybody who has a desire and a dream, if they choose to apply themselves, they can follow that. So when I think about the question that you asked me about whether I inspire girls or not, the funniest little story that I have is that a friend of mine told me that her son's grade 6 class had me in it. And when he went home from school that night, he asked his mom this very simple question. And it was an important one for me because we often forget about women in politics being such a big step for us to have to come to. But this little boy went home and it made my day because his mom said, he asked the question, Mom, can boys be mayors too? I'm like, yes, that means he's crossed over the barrier, because there's a time where boys generations ago didn't think girls should be involved in politics at all.
The girls weren't allowed to.
Exactly.
And which wasn't fair.
Not at all. So I hope that girls are inspired not just to be elected, but to be involved in anything that makes them happy. Right across the street we have a fire hall, and in that fire hall I remember the very first female firefighter starting probably 20 years ago. And she was sort of a groundbreaker for the people in the department. But if you look at our department there now, there's like, I don't know, probably 10 women that are a part of the firefighting system. And so it's incredible to see how much more participative women become when they have somebody who's done it before them.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
What is your favorite part about being with?
I think my favorite part has got to be knowing that I get to make decisions that will have an impact on our community right now and well into the future as well. So not everybody gets to make those decisions. I've got a council of 10 members plus myself for a total of 11, and we'll get these ideas that are presented to us, or we'll have our own ideas, and I'll make it into a report. And I know that when I raise my hand, I'm voting in a way that I hope is going to please people for a long time to come. hope for girls is they never have to think about what it means to be a girl. I hope that they're comfortable being girls and that their every opportunity as girls is no different than any other opportunity for other folks, whether they're boys. So I think that my hope for girls is that each one of you will feel smart enough and powerful enough and determined enough and persistent enough to be able to achieve whatever your own dreams are. Do you have a dream of your own?
To be a good mother.
Be a good mom. See, now that's a special one. It's one where you have the ability to be the most loving, wonderful parent that will create a child that will have every door open to them as well, at the same time as learning so much more about yourself. So I think that's a great goal to have. What did I say? Oh my heavens! You guys, this is awesome!
So I'd like to welcome Verna to our Girls Inc. Talk to Girl. Say hello, Verna. My name is Ella.
Hi, Ella. Thanks for having me here today.
Did you always know you were going to be a writer?
I figured out that I really liked writing, and I'd always be using scribblers and stuff at home. But it took me a long time after that to figure out that I wanted to do it all the time. So, yeah, I knew probably right around the same age.
What was your favorite article that you wrote, and where do you get your ideas from?
Oh, my favorite article. That is a hard question. I don't really know. I like different articles for different reasons. So I'd probably say my favorite ones to write are the ones that help people in some way. So I've written articles about different things that have happened to me in life, and sometimes people will send me emails, and we've actually become really good friends from all over the world. So people that might have been going through, like if they had a bone marrow transplant, or I've met foster parents that are from England and California that have made the decision to adopt. So those are probably the best articles for those reasons, because I've made friends and kind of helped people through different situations. And I get my ideas like from the weirdest places, because sometimes I'll be just driving and I'll hear something on the radio, or somebody will just say a sentence or answer a question, or like coming to see you guys today, and that was an idea, so I wrote about that today. So you get ideas from all different places.
So that's all the time we have today, and I would like to thank Verna for spending your time with us today and telling me all about herself and fostering. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Good job, Ella.
Bye.
And welcome to Girls Inc. Talk to Girl. And I'm here with Olive. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I sure can. Thank you, Nadia. Well, my name is Olive Wooden, and I have lived in Fort McMurray for almost 30 years. So a really long time. I came here from the United States of America. That's where I was born and raised. But my parents were born in Canada, so I always came on my holidays to Canada, but never knew I would ever live here. But 30 years ago, I had the opportunity to move here, so this is now home for me. So I live out actually in the community of Anzac. Do you know where that is? Yeah, so that's where I actually live. Right now, out close to the lake, and I work in town at the Fort McMurray Real Estate Board. I have 2 children. I have a son who lives in Edmonton, and I have a daughter who lives here in Fort McMurray, and she has 2 daughters. So it's a lot of girls in our family. So this is really exciting to get to talk to more girls.
What does volunteering mean to you?
Volunteering. What does volunteering mean to me? Volunteering means that I am going to do something for someone else that they need help with, or that they maybe can't do themselves. So it's taking time out of my normal day of going to work, cleaning my house, taking care of my children, and giving to someone else. It's hard to know what hurts sometimes, right? It's easy if you got a scraped knee, you know that hurts. But if your heart hurts sometimes, it's hard to know. So I'm glad I have learned tools to help me with that. And being positive, being happy, like I told you, one of those 3 words, happiness is probably my greatest healer. Because if I'm happy, the sadness goes away and the pain goes away.
And happiness brings you through everything.
It does, and love.
Even if like something like you love suddenly like passes away or something bad happens to it, it's very sad. Like when my dog passed away because she jumped out of my arms and she was itty bitty, and then we were in Banff and my dad could come help her. So
Yes, yes.
really hard.
It was, yes, because we all are born and we all die, don't we? Yeah, and that's why I believe that every day that I want to make sure I am happy and that I'm helpful and that I'm hopeful that today isn't my last day. But if it is, I'm okay with that. Yeah, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter whether it's snowing or we know the snow is coming again, and a lot of people are already getting depressed. It's only August the 13th, and people are upset that snow is coming. I thought, oh my goodness, enjoy the sunshine today.
Because there's always a tomorrow.
Absolutely, that sun will come out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's really great. I'm so glad I could share with you.
And that's all the time we have right now, Olive. And we thank you for coming, Olive, today. And we really hope you enjoyed the time here. And yeah.
Thank you, thank you. It's very nice that you would ask me to come. I'm really happy. I'm happy that there's beautiful young women like you to love and care for our community. And anything I can ever do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah.
Not even the gods above can separate the two of us. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care what we're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. I did.
I think everyone who was a part of this project believes it was successful. I certainly do. I think the other staff at Girls Inc. who were a part of this project believes it was successful. I couldn't have done it without their help. I certainly think that the girls who put a lot of time and effort and a lot of hard work into this project, they believe it was successful. And I think the women of inspiration, the women who came in on their own time and sat down with the girls and not only answered their questions for the interview, but they interacted with the girls. Leanne, for example, spent a lot of time playing games with them before the interview started. The mayor took it was close to an hour extra after the interview had completed. She sat down and got to answer even more questions that the girls had because they were really excited to meet the mayor. So I just think that overall everyone who was a part of this project believes it was successful, and they think that it was a really positive experience. I learned even more about these women and their amazing stories. Obviously the girls got to know a little bit about them beforehand. What we did, we printed out the press release, which gives a little bit of information about each woman, so that the girls got to sit down and really decide who would want to interview who, because our goal was that some of these women could inspire the younger girls. So for example, we had one woman, her name is Verna. She is a freelance writer, and one of our girls, her name is Ella, is interested in writing. So when she found out that Verna was a writer, she really wanted to do that interview because she felt like she had a connection already. So we knew a little bit about everyone who was coming in, but having them answer some of the questions and learning about their backgrounds and how they grew up and things that they had to battle. Some of them had serious illnesses that they had to overcome. I just learned that we just have some really amazing, positive women in our community. who have great stories and who are great role models. I also learned that we have amazing young girls in our community. The girls that worked on this project, from every single one who participated in it in some way, they're just extraordinary, and they put a lot of time and effort and work into this project, and I couldn't be more proud of what they accomplished. This is definitely something that we would like to continue. We would like to develop these relationships between our women of inspiration and our young girls. We think that's really important. I'm not sure if we'll do it in this type of format. This did take a lot of resources and time, but I think we will come up with some way of developing these relationships in some way. I'm just not sure how, but the part of them coming together, the women of inspiration meeting our young girls, I think that's extremely important and is something that we will continue to do in the future. I just want to say thank you to Conoco Philips. Without this grant, we wouldn't have been able to achieve this project. We wouldn't have had the resources. So thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed this little video that we put together to show you some of the highlights. We hope that you guys follow us on Facebook, where we will be adding more clips from the interviews. And you'll be able to see more from the women of inspiration. So again, thank you so much. Thank you to the women who came out and took the time to get to know these girls and build relationships and really inspire them. That was the overall goal, and I think we all achieved that. And just thank you so much.
See what he is going through. They're driving fast cars, but they don't know where they're going. In the fast lane, living life without knowing. And he says, I wish that I could be like.
That's on camera.
She's my role model.
Cut.
What were you gonna say? Are you gonna say who you look up to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Girls ain't talk to girl. Action.
Career where the women is like, where the, never mind. Can you say-
Well, I think I like the idea of it being a non-profit organization, and that in
Action. Oh, I didn't, sorry.
That's fine.
Thought the cameras were in the right position.
Yes, for sure. I want to be like a role model to all you girls and inspire you to be strong, smart, and bold.
Thanks. Why did I say that?
It's okay.
It's okay, that's natural.
Now you're feeling the pressure.
6 words. I love you as the mayor.
Woo! Good job.